When the cold hand of the scalpel cut my arm for the 38th time, I finally understood in the pain that, even if I have the strongest regenerative ability on Earth, I can't escape the curiosity of human beings about eternal life. I am Mei Shi Yuan, one of the primordial forms of your human mouth dragon. This name sounds like a miracle, but the other side of the miracle is a long imprisonment. My blood can be traced back to 3.5 billion years ago. At that time, we shared the same breath with the dinosaurs. The long evolution gave us the name of the six-legged dinosaur and gave us the ability to regenerate almost in the same way. But in your cognition, life always needs to be changed. The young retreat to the young, and the adults put on mature outerwear. But I didn't. My whole life has maintained the appearance of youth. The soft feathers of the six-legged dinosaur swayed gently in the water. Time passed by me, but there was no sign of growing up. You call this state a miracle of life. For me, this is just a kind of fate. This ability comes from the liver cells in my body, which are the primordial cells that have not yet decomposed. When my body is injured, they will quickly gather, split, regroup, and the bones, muscles, blood vessels, and nerves on the body will be rearranged. It's not a simple repair, it's a reconstruction. The broken heart can be rejuvenated, the damaged retina can capture the light again. Even the remaining brain can slowly find its complete outline. In the natural world, reincarnation is not rare. Parasites can grow back into a complete body from fragments. After the water system breaks down, they can reassemble themselves. After the sea star, octopus, and crab lose their hands, they can slowly grow into new bodies. But they have one thing in common. They are all invertebrate animals. For vertebrates, reincarnation is almost a door to death. The wound will leave scars when healed. Bone fractures can only be fixed externally. Neurosurgery is often difficult to recover. This is the limit of most vertebrates. But I am standing outside that limit. You humans long for this ability, so that cold surgical knife cuts through my body again and again, trying to find the mystery of life from it. But this mystery has now become a deadly shackle that I can't get rid of. Written here, I not only lost my sight slightly, but also saw the moonlight. The moonlight shone into the room. In the corner where things were piled up, the things I used to use were covered in dust and lying quietly. I took this opportunity to sort out these parasites. I've been busy moving house lately. I happened to find a sports camera that I haven't used for a long time. All the parasites are handled by us. Like me, I will call a drill to come and recycle. His house has a rich collection of recyclables, small to camera and lens photography equipment, large to other interesting products such as cue sticks. Even gold luxury goods can be recycled. I struggle in pain. It also promotes the advancement of human medicine in silence. When you find that my cells can return to their origin, redivide, the liver cell therapy is born. It can repair damaged tissues and organs. But please don't get me wrong. Rebirth does not mean eternal life. I will also age and die. Nature allows repair, but never praises eternal life. Miracles are only within the rules. When time goes back to 1863, back to that early morning on the Sochi Milk Lake, a ray of light passes through the crevice of the water chain. My 6 pairs of outer sacs move slowly in the cool lake. The water is warm and the grass is swaying, but I didn't know that my fate was coming until the hands of man slowly pulled me up and put me into a transparent container. I thought it was a new habitat, but I never thought it was the beginning of imprisonment. From the moment I was put into the container, I was no longer me. I set up a set of numbers, genetic data, and a repeatable test subject. At first, they just cut my limbs. Record time, take pictures, compare. But when the limbs grew again, that sharp surgical knife fell again. I went through 20 limb cuts, 8 heart surgeries, 5 brain injuries. Every time, I tried my best to be reborn. I even thought, as long as I recovered perfectly, they would stop. But in exchange, it was the next, more accurate cut. When the cells split, like countless needles exploded at the same time in the body. When the bones grew, they spread out from deep inside the body and tore the already healed skin again. I was always awake, but there was nowhere to escape. When I almost recovered, that cold surgical knife stabbed my head again. Those precious memories also disappeared. The breath under the lake, the shadow under the moonlight, the temperature of the lake in my hometown, everything was erased in the rebirth of cells. Now, more than 100,000 of my kind are still imprisoned in the lab. But in my hometown, Sochini Erke, in 2019, the last wild Meishuan disappeared. If this is the real ending, then maybe I have already completed my mission. I used a body that was repeatedly cut open to exchange for medical progress for you. I used the pain of rebirth to pave the way for your understanding of recovery. You saw hope in me, and I saw death in you. I am a life that can regenerate the body, but I can't regenerate a polluted body. I can grow a complete limb in 60 days, but I can't make a clean river. We survived the Ice Age, stopped the era when volcanoes covered the sky and closed the sun, and overcame 5 biological extinction, but lost our hometown in just over 100 years. Maybe what is really fragile is never life itself, but the environment where life can no longer exist. I taught you rebirth, but naturally, I never taught you what the border is. Rebirth is not infinite. Miracles also need a price. If one day you really master the ability to repeat organs, extend life, and repair memories, please remember the little body I once gave you, and please remember to leave a piece for the lake, a piece for the wetland, and a way home for other lives. I can be reborn, but this planet may not. If there is a next life, I don't want to be a sample. I don't want to be a number. I don't want to be the experiment data in the paper. I just want to let the 6 pairs of earwax in the lake melt in the morning, and then age like all ordinary lives.